Hey gang, Mocha Boy here. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning back in. So today we're going to be talking about a very special Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 10 attack. Now, you guys have seen, you guys have seen my attacks in the channel. There's a playlist with a lot of, TH9 versus TH10 attacks. Those war attacks are fairly technical, and they're not, they have a pretty high failure rate, especially when things go wrong. They're not the type of raid that you can do on a first pass of a base unless you know where all the traps are, especially the bombs and what's in the clan castle. So it's one of those things that you do as a kind of a do or die scenario when a TH9 has to post some stars against the TH10. But there are scenarios where you get some pretty interesting matchups where Town Hall 9s can absolutely take on Town Hall 10s in a very aggressive way. As you know, Reddit Force has been doing a trophy push, and we have more folks in champs and masters in one time than we've had throughout my entire time here at Reddit Force. But one of the interesting things that came out of that was that we started testing out new compositions. And one of those compositions is something that I've been using pretty much exclusively while I've been up here, and that's this. It's a GoGiWiWi composition with fewer wizards, one less witch, and then all of that troop space swapped out for giants, 8 giants specifically, or rather 10 giants. In the CC, there's 2 giants and then another 5 wizards. The 2 giants in that application are just running running blocking assignments for the wizards. But yeah, this has been my run. I had a couple of losses, but for the most part, this is what I've been using exclusively to push to where I am right now. At one point, I was around 3,300 plus. Now, the cool thing about this is I'm not the only one in the clan that's been doing this, and we actually had one of our other Town Hall 9s doing this as well. And I wanted to show you some of the replays from some of these attacks. I'm gonna run through some of the attacks from the push, but then we're also gonna look at a couple of clan war attacks. Now in this case, Town Hall 10, max X-bows, maxed out infernos, low walls. But notice the way that the deployments run here. Good spread on the golems. The giants go in. Their only job in this entire exercise is to get on top of the inferno as quickly as possible. And the type of bases that you'll pick are ones where the defenses leave you with a breadcrumb of defenses directly into the inferno. You jump the giants into the inferno, then rage them and watch that inferno go down. And once that inferno goes down, the rest of your raid is pretty much clear to go run gangbuster throughout the entire base. So really, this composition is all about the spells and the spell placement, and understanding how the troops will path relative to where you drop them. But I mean, the goal here in every single one of these raids is to get on top of the inferno as quickly as possible and put it down. Now, the other interesting thing about this is, even if you're not sure of what's in the clan castle, a lot of times under rage, the primary bulk of the attack force will still be able to take out whatever is in that clan castle, with one exception. If you run into a town hall with like 5 balloons, you're probably going to fail, because those balloons will take out every single one of your DPS troops along with your pack of giants. So that's pretty much the only clan castle composition that I haven't had the opportunity to roll over. But pretty much all of the other ones, so mass archers, wizards, witches, you can pretty much just roll over them without too much effort. So let's look at another one of these types of attacks. There are obviously the things that I look for. The inferno levels don't matter so long as you can put your troops on top of that inferno as quickly as possible. But low-ish defenses help kind of even the odds. So in this case, a nice spread against the southwest wall. I drop all my giants, but they're going to start redirecting back towards the middle. So if you drop them towards the edges, they'll eventually start working their way towards the middle. You're going to see a clan castle with, I believe, a dragon come out of this one. Yeah, so max dragon. But again, even under rage, this ranged support team, and if you notice what happened there, all of the giants started soaking up the inferno beams, leaving the ranged DPS to come in and basically one-shot the dragon. And then under a rage and a heal, they're able to go in there and completely hollow out this core. But So, I mean, really, the key to this, to using this composition in any of these applications, is getting those giants to soak up those Inferno beams, and then getting the giants on top of those Inferno beams using jump and rage as quickly as possible. Having heal in that fourth spot, I've had mixed success with that, but it's either that or a lightning, and a lot of times I find that it's more useful than a lightning, especially if you can roll the troops with the core of your DPS just rolling through under rage. That's usually enough to take out anything that comes out of the clan castle, with just a couple of exceptions. But if you find the right base, low walls, lowish defenses, you'll wreck a lot of these bases in a way that you didn't think was typically possible. So we're going to take a look at just two more replays here. Let's see, what else did I pick? And then we'll flip over to another recording and do the war recap so that you can see how those worked. So yeah, and you'd be surprised. You actually find a lot of these bases up in champs. A lot of these guys will be floating around in masters, but if you see low walls like this, absolutely go ahead and just hit the attack button. It's single target infernos, level 1s now. Level 2s rather. Now these actually are more of a pain in the ass than multi-target infernos, because the multi-target infernos, they do such low DPS that your giants can last under them for quite some time, so long as there's not too much splash damage raining down on them. So like a combination of wizard towers plus an inferno on a pack of giants is a really bad. That's a really bad deal. But in this case, they were able to get on top of that core pretty quickly. And again, the low walls helped in this case. Everything is able to just pretty much fight through the base without having to worry about wall breakers. But stuff does fall a little too fast for my level of comfort, and but I'm able to walk away with a 2-star win on that and 11 trophies. And let's take a look at just one more. So yeah, I mean the same composition, and you'd be surprised. So long as you're picking the right bases, with about 2,500 DE, and you win. I mean, obviously, you can replenish your DE supplies, plus your gold and your elixir will rise. I mean, I've already filled out both of my gold and elixir storages, maxed them out. But DE, depending on which bases you hit and whether or not you fail, it'll stay level, and if you pick the right bases and win, it'll actually rise. So in this case, let's see, I came in from the northeast, I believe, on this base. Now, I came in from the northeast for one very special reason, and that's because the bulk of the hit points on this base are over on the northeast side. Everything is spread out enough that I can kind of just lazily meander into the core of the base. So in this case, you always want to go a little bit heavier on the corners, and then wait until those corners go down to deploy your coring team. And the coring team is going to be responsible for, again, just getting into this pocket, soaking up those Inferno beams, and then under Rage, being able to jump into that Inferno to be able to take it down. So in this case, it really is all about patience and making sure that you hold those spells until you know that the troops are going to jump on top of them. But notice where I dropped that jump, and that they ignored the Teslas and went straight for the Inferno, which is an ideal scenario. That left the AQ to kind of sneak up behind and take out those Teslas, and then go on to take out the Town Hall, which is the key here a lot of times. It really is about just hollowing out those sides to get the AQ into range to snipe the Town Hall. But in this case, it's been an amazingly consistent strategy across the board, provided you pick the right bases. So this is kind of our version, or Town Hall 9's version of freeze. It's just a way to lock up the Inferno towers long enough for your DPS to run in there and take them down. Now the really cool thing about this, and I'm going to do this in a separate video just because this one's running a little long, but we were able to do this again 4 times in a clan war. We were up against a clan. We had 4 Town Hall 10s. They had 9 or 10. I forget exactly how many there were, but our Town Hall 9s stepped up to the plate. We attacked single target Inferno bases with Lava Loon, and then we attacked the other bases with just GoGiWiWi, and we're able to 2-star every one of those bases to pretty good effect. So Yeah, I hope you thought that was interesting. Again, if you ever find yourself in a case where you're mismatched or outmatched, this is definitely a composition to run. I mean, I do have heavy heroes, but one of the other players in the clan has, I think, a combined level of 30 hero levels. 15-15 or 20-10, I forget exactly what it was, and he was able to pretty much do the same thing. So, good times.